Have you ever accidentally found out that you were about to be fired? A friend in HR did me a huge favor. We were both getting coffee when I noticed she was fuming, so I casually asked what was wrong. She looked at me, sighed, and said, "You might want to start looking for a new job. Your manager is not your friend." That's when it all clicked. I wasn't being paranoid. My manager was actually trying to push me out. There had been weird signs before. I stopped getting invited to meetings, my coworkers would go silent when I walked by, and my access to certain files was randomly revoked. After talking to HR, I got back to my desk and saw 3 emails from my manager asking for urgent updates on projects he'd never even mentioned before. Classic setup. That night, I updated my resume and sent out 5 applications. By Friday, I had 2 interviews lined up. A week later, just like HR warned, my manager called me into a conference room. He put on this fake sympathetic face and said, "Unfortunately, we have to let you go due to performance issues." I just nodded calmly and said, "That's interesting since I've never had a performance review." His face turned bright red. The HR lady who had warned me was barely hiding her smile. She winked as I packed my things. My coworkers looked confused, but I just smiled. I already had an offer letter in my inbox. The whole office later heard my manager yelling in his office after I left. The best part? 6 months later, he got fired for doing the same thing to 3 other employees. Karma's a beautiful thing.